across the bridge, it's just the river.
Mm-hmm. BayBridge is across Chesapeake Bay, not a river.
River is just back there, but bay is something to see. If you go across the bridge after the outside bridge. And I can see that there's Wawa right there, that we had a problem with my dad's car because it's in progress. I don't want my dad's car to have it in progress. And 7-Eleven is all the way to the left, and you can see McDonald's right there, and even though Wendy's. Do you want to see what those mean?
Yep.
Do you like riding boats in the bay?
Yeah. I don't get to do it very often.
You better have a customer to have a ride with you. Customers look out for you on a boat. You're just waiting for everyone to come by. If you be careful on a boat, you don't want to be in the water.
No.
If you be in the water, you'd be wet. And now we're going to be ready for the BayBridge, that this is the bay. Here we go, Grandma. We're going to make it for the bay.
People are afraid to drive across the bridge, so they have to pull off and have a driver drive the car across for them.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna go across the bridge for the bay.
Look at all the ships out there, tankers.
Oh.
Against the other ships.
Yeah. You want to see boats?
See those black and red tankers out there? Cargo ships?
Yeah, it's a...
They have their anchor down. They're just resting there until a tugboat comes out from Baltimore harbor to take them in to the harbor.
Was it even the National Harbor?
Yep. Well, no, it's I don't know what it's called in Baltimore. I guess the Baltimore Harbor.
I I know that anchors are where they are in National Harbor, but it's only in Baltimore that boats are running on waters. They run on waters to Baltimore and National Harbor.
Yep.
I'm going to National Harbor when I'm an adult.
Isn't that bridge pretty against the sky?
It is too big, and
No, it's pretty.
It's pretty, and it was big.
Pretty impressive that man can build that bridge.
I know it is impressive. Bummer. You want to hear me for that one right there? Here, you can hear me. Bummer. How do you know how funny it is? And you can see a boat running down there.
That's a fishing boat.
Do they go fishing?
Yep. Fishing in the...
When they were on the boat? Do they go fishing when they were on the boat?
Yep. This is a big bay, isn't it?
And this is the big BayBridge of a bay.
Yes. It's a long bridge.
A long bridge it is, but DC Trails runs here for going to New York.
Once a year, they close one of the bridges so that you can walk across the bridge.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So what's happening except? I bet you know you like stores that Food Lion was there.
Yep.
Do you shop something really cool there?
No, I just shop the basics.
Perfect. We made it for a bay.
Yep.
All right, now we can head over to something that it is Easton, and then head over to Salisbury until it will be something really cool over there.
Now we are on the eastern shore.
This is the Eastern Shore. You want to know if there's a pier. Do you see ducks and geese at the pier?
Sometimes.
construction worker. This is Cox Creek. And up on the corner is Piney Creek. There's Dairy Queen right here. Chick-fil-A only closes every Sunday, right?
Right.
Only weekdays and Saturday. Yeah, I know that yesterday was that we can't go because my dad's car service had problems because it is in progress.
Yeah, and then it was raining. Barely see the road. It was dangerous to be driving.
Because it's very dangerous to drive on the interstate that had the flooding rain.
Yes.
There's no reason for the interstate to be flooded. I don't like flooding rain. And you want to see that Denny's are right there for breakfast, and Quality Inn is the hotel. And hospital is all the way to the right where everybody else goes for their doctor's appointment.
Right.
But hospital is that they have an emergency when people are sick and hurt. Not when they're better from getting sick and hurt. When I'm having a conversation with you, I can talk something nice to you and not rude.
Right.
I need to stay cool with you.
You are cool.
We're gonna skip going out to dinner in the clubhouse because we're gonna be able to go to the beach and coming home to cook crab cakes after making them.
Yeah, crab cakes will be pretty darn good, right? I need some butter.
Oh, really? Is that what crab cakes are for?
They're very good.
And remember, when you're eating crab cakes and I'm eating crab cakes, just make sure to watch out for seashells. If there's if the seashell will get into your teeth or you get hurt.
Yep.
I don't want the seashells to be stuck on your teeth. Yesterday was past, today is present, and tomorrow is will.
Future. Tomorrow is future.
Remember? Yesterday was past, and today was present, and tomorrow is future.
Right.
And you want to see that there's a corn right there.
Yeah. Corn is growing.
It's growing
And
because
the corn is good to eat this year.
because corns got delivered in the cornfield since they were growing. Because you like having corns delivered in the cornfield. It's important to know that corns are delivered for having it's important to know having corns, get it delivered in the growing field and having it delivered if people need some. It's important to go to the farmer's market to get vegetables, whether you want to have some food, that it is corn and peppers that we got.
Yep.
And we went to the farmer's market since my mother took me in Fredericksburg on the way to Mr. Greg's house.
Oh, did you?
There was farmer's market that my mother and I went.
Saturday?
Yeah, last Saturday in June.
Oh.
And then we went back to Mr. Greg's house since the house was new.
Do you like Mr. Greg?
I like him very much because Mr. Greg had a budget for a cat. Because Mr. Greg's cat was black because he had a budget. My mother had a budget, I had a budget, and Mr. Greg had a budget for a black cat.
No.
Before you get a dog, you gotta have a budget. It's important to know getting dogs or cats at it's important to know that we get cats and dogs at the pet shop for having a budget and getting money as well with $50 in it. you see 2 bicycles on the bicycle rack of a car?
Yep.
And even though a boat up on the roof?
Yeah, a boat up. 2 boats on.
Oh wait, I think it's maybe like a paddle boat or wave runner, if that is. But delivering some corns would just be in the field when they grow. Talking is a lot better for everyone if you just tell the truth, okay?
Okay. I just passed 38,000 miles on this car.
There's Skipton Creek that we're coming at. Is it okay to get some corns in the cornfield? But that is delivered.
Well, I get that at the farmer's market. The farmer gets it out of the field.
Farmer,
He knows which ones are ripe and ready to go.
you think Farmer McCall knows how to get the corn delivered in the field?
Yep.
You still care about getting corns that there was one at farmer's market, even though in the cornfield?
Well, we've got 6 ears of corn at home, so we've got plenty of corn. You can eat 2 a day.
Using butter?
Yep. Can you eat 2 ears of corn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you fed my dad some corn that you used butter for it.
Would you like to have an ear of corn for lunch?
That sounds good.
And a peanut butter sandwich?
Yeah, that sounds good. something rude could be lost.
Saying something rude is not nice.
If you sing something rude, you'll be lost. I know there was games that we played with Conda and Ann in North Carolina. It's been a game to play that we did. I know that Christianity has in faith that we were in church seeing the pastor.
Yep.
I know you like to go to church in the Christianity. But there was corns in the farmer's market because Farmer McCall had it delivered in the cornfield just to make sure that everybody gets the corn, whichever that there's a cornfield, having it delivered by the time Farmer McCall is doing what they're saying, Grandma.
That's right.
I didn't have permission to come to the farm with you because I was coming to the zoo with you and the park with you.
That's right.
Maybe next time you take me to the farm.
We haven't been to that farm in a long time, have we?
Not in a long time if we did.
Where the pigs are?
Pigs, goats, sheeps, cows, and horses.
Yep. And chickens.
And chickens and roosters.
And rabbits.
And rabbits and turkeys and a woodpecker and some ducks. And the peacocks.
Mm-hmm.
What color do you see a peacock?
Whoa, oh, many colors. Lots of blue and green.
It's the peacock with blue feathered wings.
And a long tail.
It's a tail with blue feathered wings. If you want to see the peacock, you gotta see that had the tail with the blue feathered wings.
Yes.
you avoid petting horses and cows since it's dangerous?
No, I do it very carefully.
Otherwise, horses and cows don't like that?
No, some of them don't like to be touched. Just like some people don't like to be touched.
But what about a ride on a horse?
Well, that's got to be a special horse, and you got to know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing riding horses. I don't know how to ride a horse.
Well, everybody know if the horse is just a ride on it.
And because when you're on that horse, you're up really high.
And making me fall into the ground.
No.
You're supposed to care about Farmer McCall, like Farmer McCall cares about you. You know the cornfield in the world who delivered it in with corns that people sees it right there. Everybody got it delivered in the cornfield. You got it at farmer's market.
Yep.
And I see a farm chicken near Warrior Farms, even though a rooster. And I see a goat. And CVS Pharmacy is where everybody goes get some prescription.
That's right.
Taking medicine. They should take medicine after getting prescription at CVS. When they get money at the enterprise, they rent a car.
Yep.
It's important to know how much money it is. in Chickatee Island, Virginia, that is Kevin. Because my dad visited Kevin in Chickatee Island, Virginia, that he was working on something with drinks and working on something with food.
Oh,
Do you like to visit him?
sure.
And we had to go to the campground when we were in Chickatee Island, Virginia. When everybody's at a campground, they go camping to go cook something over there.
That's right.
When you see a grill that you were trying to cook, you had to cook something really cool. Hot dogs, hamburgers, and even though food, if it is. And even those sausages, shrimps, and barbecues, steaks, and beefs. Do you understand?
Yep. And beets?
Beets.
Oh, okay. You like beets?
Yeah, I like beets. Peach Blossom Creek. Do you like the river to be small as a creek, or do you like the river to be big as its stream?
Oh, I like them both ways.
Creek is small,
Yes,
and river is extra is big,
that's right.
and the stream is extra big.
Well, a stream can be small, too.
Lakes are huge. When we were in the Salisbury Zoo, do you see eagles in the Quaddies exhibit?
But they've been moved to their new exhibit now. We'll have to see.
And the eagle exhibit took off near the Rias, and even though the macaw. Sorry about that. I need to soon. I'm not thirsty yet. In the zoo exhibit, they are wild animals,
Yes.
not even for domesticated animals.
That's right.
Domesticated animals are just for houses.
That's right.
Wild animals stay outside.
animals make their own house.
The exhibit. I mean, exhibits are just animals in the zoo exhibit where animals live there. I know some people got the zoo exhibit for animals to be in. So you needed the worker to put animal in the house. It's important to know about the exhibit, but to have it stay. But any of the wild animals can't just fly away like that.
All right.
Anyone that animals needs to know that staying in the exhibit would have been a bath to take, not even to drink water.
Here we are in Trap, Maryland.
Before Cambridge.
Isn't that a funny name? Trap.
Yeah, Trap. And no black water until Christmas because the road is closed.
That's right.
But we just only want the zoo or the park this week. Maybe for Christmas. Because you want to know, staying in the exhibit, because you want to know, staying in the exhibit is just animals that lives there because it is just wild animals. Do you like that?
Yep, well, I do.
When they're having trouble with the wing, it needs something to be fixed. You be quiet to geese, fine. You be quiet to ducks, fine. But you want to talk soft. when you heard the laughing animal, it is kookaburra.
Right.
When you ever see a mast down there, that is lapwing. Lapwing doesn't know how to fly. Lapwing knows how to walk. Choptank River.
Yep, that's a big river.
And you want to see that there's a sail really huge up there.
Yep.
When you were at the seashore, you had to go fishing. You had to go towards it. Yep, because I knew that Cambridge is just here to see, to visit us. And I still thought this is a place that you had to visit here. How do you know if my father is busy?
Well, I know that he's working today, so he must be busy.
But how about business that he does for himself?
Does he have business to do for himself?
Business.
Mm-hmm.
He has been a business since the day he had himself work. It's been a busy day to have some work for my father.
That's right.
More than that is a 3-year-old champion who wins the round. Do you like the round?
Yeah.
And there's Jersey Mike's near Burger King. And Holiday Inn Express is near the restaurant where everybody lives in the hotel before getting something at the restaurant for dinner. Because you want to know, Blackwater is all the way to the right because the construction is trying to work on something for the road.
That's right.
We'll go on Christmas.
Or Thanksgiving.
Or Thanksgiving.
I guess we'll be in North Carolina for Thanksgiving, won't we?
We're gonna do that on Christmas after staying in North Carolina on Thanksgiving. And the left corner is Hyatt Regency, where the hotel is that got so many floors. I know you had to drive faster than 80 miles per hour through town or 95 on the interstate.
Oh, no, I didn't drive that fast.
It's important to drive normal than 80 miles per hour through town or 95 on the interstate like that.
95 is too fast to drive on the interstate.
When you drink some water, it keeps you hydrated.
Yes, and you should drink some. Even though you're not thirsty, you should still drink some water.
I'm keeping myself hydrated.
Because if you're already thirsty, that means that you should have had some before.
Not that I didn't have some. Don't worry, Grandma. I'll get some.
Okay.
Well, it's important to know keeping hydrated is just drinking water for that.
That tastes good.
Yeah. My father didn't know if he has a foreclosure medicine. He has a regular medicine. Foreclosure is something different of how you take something. The wonderful meditation by taking a medicine at night and for day and night, and a bit of hydrated. It was very itchy on myself, and I need to stop scratching it like my mother and my father told me to. That is no good. That is no excuse.
Yeah, scratch it, just itches some more.
And is the...
That's whiskers growing? Is that what's itchy?
A little bit of a beard.
Yep.
And remember, Grandma, is there a sun lotion for arms and legs in Salisbury?
I think so. You didn't bring any?
I got some, or maybe if you have one there.
Well, if you have some, use that, because what I have is kind of old.
Well, you might need a new sun lotion because it was too old and you need a new one. You better know which one you like. If you use it with arms and legs, that would be the sunscreen that made it to Sun Bum on 70. But even though for sure to use it,